Oh, hello, babies. Oh my God, come here. It's been forever. Really sorry about that. This intro was between me either kissing you directly on the mouth or me smoking crack. So I thought I'd go with the, the less dangerous one. Or more dangerous, because I can get herpes from one of you guys, and that shit does not go away. I could redo the video. I mean, if you'd want me to, I have my crack pipe right here. I remember when I was a kid, I actually thought that like any pipe was a crack pipe. I didn't know that there was like a specific type of pipe that was crack pipe. So anytime I saw like my grandpa smoking like out of a corncob pipe, I'm like, Grandpa, you can't be doing crack, dude. You're like 85, stop. I'm practicing for my wizard days when I have like a long beard and I'm imparting some wisdom to people, but really that wisdom is just me going, quite indubitably. But hello there guys, it's Destery, and I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. Literally since the Cretaceous period. When was that? I don't know, but it was when these little creatures were roaming around, so a long time. So yeah, because it's been so long, how you doing? Let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, fuck the rest of this video. I'm just genuinely wanting to know how you're doing, because don't think I haven't noticed how good you look. Oh, is that some new skin you got there? Nice. Loving what you're doing with your epidermal layer. Your epidermis is driving me fucking up the wall. Sorry, anyways, I kind of wanted to make this video just as both a recap of the last few months of my life, as well as potentially a nice mental health update. Wow, look at that, that's nice. It's actually not nice. My mental health is a train wreck, but we'll get to that. So I guess where I'll start this video is by saying somewhere back in 2018, I wanted to start a production company, which I then named Triangle Face Productions. And I remember saying back then, even when I was first getting it started, that if it didn't become a thing, that I was going to staple my nuts to the roof of a car. If Triangle Face Productions doesn't become a thing, I will staple my own nutsack to my leg. Thankfully for me and my nutsack, Triangle Face is a real thing, and it's actually where I've been basically employed for the last year of my life. So it's me alongside a couple of my friends, and primarily what we're doing at this point is just video editing for people, but we have done other projects. We did the music video for the Legend of the Spooky Man, Dancing in the Dark. We did a couple of music videos for a couple other clients as well. And then recently we actually did a commercial for a local Portland club that I've been working with for the last few months. And I'll show some snippets of that right here so you can kind of see the work that I've been doing. But it was a very fun project, and because I was working on that project and with the people so closely, that finally culminated into me throwing my first ever rave ever that I've organized in my life, called One Night in Hyrule, which was a Zelda themed rave. And my God, if you guys don't know this about me, like I am a massive Zelda fan. I mean, my first tattoo ever was the Triforce. My whole room, you guys can't really see it right now, but my whole room is pretty much Zelda themed. I've been a massive fan forever, and so when it came to the prospect of me throwing a show, I thought that was the obvious theme. But I'll get more into that at the end of this video. I just kind of wanted to bring it up and say that that's part of Triangle Face now. Like, we threw that show as a part of Triangle Face, and the whole me working as a boss with Triangle Face, doing editing and videography and working alongside two of my best friends has really been an interesting but fun experience so far. Like, I've never had to be a boss per se in my life. Like, when I was a director on certain projects, I would have to like boss people around, but I was never a boss for a prolonged period of time where I had to like assign tasks to people, and like I was like doing payroll and all that shit. Like, it's so much of a learning curve for me that I still kind of think I suck at it. But anyways, so that's basically what I've been doing for the last few months of my life, in case any of you guys are really wondering where I've gone. And I couldn't be happier that I'm able to do something that I'm basically making my own hours. It's still very lucrative. We are getting more and more clients as time goes on. So I couldn't be happier for that. But I think the biggest thing that I've been struggling with me making Triangle Face is that I haven't had time to do the things that I really want to do. To quote Robert Downey Jr. in Sherlock Holmes, my mind rebels at stagnation.
My mind rebels at stagnation. Give me problems, give me work.
So when I'm not doing creative shit for myself, I kind of go insane. For example, this. I miss this. I miss talking to you. I miss fucking riffing about nothing. Like, the amount of outtakes that are gonna be in this video alone, just because I haven't sat down with a camera and just ranted. Like, it's been a while. And along that same vein, I miss streaming, I miss making music. That's a big one for me. Like, I would love, if like there was one job I could do for the rest of my life, it would be making music. I wish that I could do that. But basically, since I've been training up my employees to a certain level of editing quality, I haven't been able to do what I really love doing. Even though Spotify is like, oh, you got 1 million plays? Here's 14 cents. Good job. Keep it up, bud. So that's why I wanted to at least make this video to explain where I've been, explain where my headspace is, and also just to say that honestly, I miss you and I miss all of this. I miss doing this, and I think in 2024, I'm really going to make a solid push to make sure that this becomes a priority for me once again. And actually, on the note of me doing videography work, if you are Portland local and you need any sort of videography, whether it's like wedding photography or videography or anything like that, I'm gonna leave the triangle face contact in the description down below so you guys can go and book me or check that out at least. I'm actually really excited for 2024 and having it bear fruit for me in the forms of doing more shows. A lot of people have been interested since the success of the first one. Again, I'll get into it later, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to briefly throw out there that yes, if you would like to work with me in any capacity, let me know, because I am open to almost everything. I say almost everything because I've gotten some weird fucking messages. Hey Destery, will you record me fucking an alligator? No, I won't. What's that one video where it's like Michael Jackson when he sees a spider and it's just all the sounds that he makes, like, oh, ah! I don't know why that popped in my brain, but anyways. So yeah, basically what I'm getting at is that I've just been finding it difficult to juggle all aspects of my life. Whether that's me being a boss and teaching someone how to edit, or me having clients that I have to answer to and give them like their finished projects. Somehow having a social life, which I have been trying to do more often recently. And then somehow, whenever I get a second alone to myself, having even a smidgen of a desire to sit on my computer more when that's my main job and edit my own videos or make my own music. Like, it's just been a lot. So that said, I do want to say, you know, I do apologize that I haven't been around as much lately. However, unlike your father, I will be around. I will be here for you. I'm not gonna leave you and like disappear from your life. I was just taking a break, and I really feel like that's honestly what it was for me. But that said, I do want to say thank you to the people that have still been very active within my community. Like, I still have a massive community on Discord that is so uplifting and lovely to each other and me, and I just love seeing that. Like, I never feel like when I do take a break that it's really like I'm missing out on a ton, because I come back and like it's like everyone is still friends and you guys are still here and you're still listening to me rant right now with your fucking sick epidermis. Seriously, I am noticing it right now. So yes, while I am sorry, I also just want to say thank you for being so patient with me. And you know, as I'm figuring out the next chapters of my life, yeah, like it's been very nice to see. So that said, I do want to talk a little bit about what I have planned content-wise for this channel going forward. So one of the biggest undertakings I did in 2023 that hasn't been fully realized yet was making Quests Unknown more of a story-driven LARPing video series. So basically, after the first episode, which was essentially my friends and I just trying different things, we realized we had so much fun like LARPing and role-playing as these characters that we had made in that video that we wanted to do more of it. And so I had written a script that we then filmed in the summer of 2023. I'll show some snippets of it here as well. It was by far the biggest, like the most ambitious thing I think I've ever done. It's just that we weren't able to finish filming. And I'll tell that story on a different date as to why we didn't get finished filming that, but it was a fucking nightmare. If you guys want to hear, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, we didn't get finished filming that, and basically it is now just being rolled over into next year. And we also have plans to film like an episode 3 and an episode 4. So hopefully in 2024 we're able to do like just a bunch of Quests Unknown. I'm thinking somewhere in the summer to like the fall is when we're gonna release just back to back episodes.
Action.
What are you laughing at already? What? So look forward to that. That's obviously a little ways away. So in the meantime, I do have plans to come back with sort of content that you guys are used to seeing. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about what the fuck news. Obviously that's been kind of the main thing that my channel has been known for the last while. But also B, that's really been the only thing that I have been uploading in the months that I like have been taking this break. And that's because I've been doing What the Fuck News shorts, which have been actually very successful, specifically over on TikTok. I think just having a shorter format What the Fuck News is smarter for me personally, because I don't have to spend so many hours of the day filming and editing. Now that said, I do know that a lot of people miss the longer format What the Fuck News is, but I think just for now, that's really where my comfortability is with releasing them, is like I like making the shorter content versions of them. However, for the people that like long form content Destery, I cannot imagine why. All I do is this. All I do is ramble. I just recently filmed my top 20 favorite video games, which is sort of one of those green screen style videos that I'm hopefully gonna put like footage in the background of and all that. And I really liked that. I think that I would love to do more of those style of videos where I'm just kind of talking about things that I'm passionate about. I know that another one of the upcoming videos that I want to film is the Portland saga of me showing you guys where I've lived in my life and different stories of my lifetime, which by the way, if you haven't seen the first like 3 of those videos, definitely check those out here. And then I think the biggest / most frequent thing that I want to start filming more of in 2024 is bringing back my older style Q&As. So when I say my older style Q&As, I mean me in front of my white sheet, answering your guys' questions in just the weirdest ways possible, every so often doing skits, very similar to What the Fuck News actually. It was basically the precursor to What the Fuck News. And then before that, it was actually the I Don't Even Know videos, which man, I'm just so old. Like that's crazy that some of you guys started watching my channel during What the Fuck News was 2014. And yet I had been doing YouTube since like 2007. With I Don't Even Know, and then the Q&As were pretty much directly after that. It's fucking it's mind-boggling.
Did you just say mind-boggling?
Yeah, mind-boggling. You know, when things are so crazy, it gets your thoughts all trapped like in a bottle.
So yeah, those are basically the main things that I want to bring back to this channel soon. Obviously, I would love to also bring back streaming soon because I really miss doing that too. Like that is another one of my happy places. Like I love just shooting the shit with you guys and talking while playing some of my favorite games. It is just a great time. So yeah, I really do want to do that. Obviously, if you haven't followed my Twitch channel, do that right now. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, I did want to take a little bit of time and talk about the Zelda Rave that I threw. This is the official flyer that we made for it, and I actually did a fully animated version, which I'll put here, that took 7 fucking hours to make. Listen, when I do something, I don't half-ass anything I do. I really whole-ass whatever it is I do. So I have never in my life thrown my own show. Like anytime that I've played or DJ'd anywhere, it was at Playlist Live when they specifically were like, hey Destery, you're not talented in any other thing. Is there something that you'd want to do so that people can be hyped to see you and meet you and all that stuff? And I'm like, I guess I could throw together a DJ show. So any time that I've ever DJ'd, that's what it was someone else kind of forcing me to do it. And this time I didn't DJ myself, but it was the first show that I'd ever organized. You know, like I hired the DJs, I reached out to a few different sponsors so that they could like literally give us free pizza for the event and stuff like that. So alongside one of my close friends that I threw this show with, as well as the lads from Triangle Face Productions who also helped me throw the show, we threw the show one night in Hyrule, a Zelda themed rave at the end of November 2023. And I honestly had the time of my fucking life. I don't want to talk about this at length and like bore you or anything, but there was so much going into that day that I was super stressed about. And then finally when it actually happened and things calmed down and I was able to just kind of relax and enjoy myself, it was like one of the funnest nights of all time in my life, and I will remember it forever. Even though I was definitely drunk most of the night, I will remember it forever. So while I would have loved to get more footage, most of the footage I got of it was just of the DJs performing. I didn't get like much of the crowd, but I do know that it was one of the most successful shows that that venue has ever had, and that honestly filled my heart with joy because I didn't know / care if it would have succeeded. For me, throwing the show was first and foremost a charity event for the venue because they were closing down at that location, a location that had really become a second home for me. I had been going there for weeks, throwing time and money and effort into trying to elevate this place and bring more people in and stuff like that. And so it definitely, it hurt knowing that it wasn't going to be around, and I wanted to make sure that any money that we had made from the event was going into hopefully funding a new location that they could move into. But also I really just didn't care if anyone showed up for it. I mean, obviously like commercially you want people to show up for a fucking rave that you're promoting and everything like that, but like I also was just thinking like in the event that no one shows up It's just gonna be me and my closest friends playing Zelda and listening to music while I'm surrounded with some of the loveliest people I've had the pleasure of knowing the last few months, all culminating within the same spot. So I felt like no matter what, it would have been like a success, but the fact that so many people came to it was honestly both a blessing and a curse at the same time. I'll get into that. But honestly, I could not have asked for more of a turnout or more of a success. So thank you to everyone that came to it or supported it in any way. So I think the craziest part about the show for me was that whole night I really didn't expect that many people to show up. So I was hoping that at some point I would be able to sit down and play fucking Ocarina of Time on one of the TVs that we set up, but I just really didn't get a chance to because I was either A, taking pictures with people, fucking helping cooking pizzas, dealing with my mom who showed up at the event. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you, but holy shit, what a fucking night. I won't go into it. It was just like, holy fuck. And then obviously interacting with like the DJs and making sure that they're well taken care of and they have like, you know, their visuals and everything set up. It was a wild night. And honestly, like not a lot of drama happened that night. There was like a tiny bit. I think that anytime you organize any sort of party or event, especially when it pops off that much, there's always gonna be a little bit. But really, like I was expecting there to be more because I was like, oh shit, I think like some of my ex-girlfriends might show up to this thing, or like people that I used to like be friends with and now I'm not. Like I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna suck. But really there wasn't a lot of that, and even if there was people that I had known in my past, like they were still nice to me, so I was like, hey, cool, like I'll take it. Oh, also, the only man I've ever had a crush on was there that night, and that was cool. I do think that there is a high likelihood that there's going to be another Triangle Face Productions rave that happens in 2024, or 2, or 3. So yeah, that's pretty much covered everything I want to talk about from the last few months. And as I said at the beginning of this video, I did want to do a little bit of a mental health update as well. So let me just start by saying that the end of 2022 was very rough for me. I had just ended my relationship, and I won't go into details as to what happened, but it was one of the most traumatic experiences of my fucking life, and it really ruined me to my core. My favorite movie, this is kind of seems like a tangent, but I promise it's not, which I have a poster of right off screen right here, is Moulin Rouge. And ever since I was 14, I want to say, I've been very deeply rooted into me being a romantic at heart. Like, that is just who I am. And so when I'm in love, I love deeply, and that person becomes my world. And so when I lose my world enough times and I've been betrayed enough times, I lose faith that I can ever find love again, or that either A, I'm worthy of it, you know, that it really fucks with your brain, because then you start like wondering like, is it me? Like, did I do something? And even if you didn't, you start thinking those things. And I just kind of went down a dark path. And this is also gonna sound like I'm admitting I have a problem or something like that, but I have never drank ever in my life until 2023, when I had gone through this breakup and when I had been at my lowest. Luckily now I can say that I can handle my alcohol and I'm like fine, and I don't think I've ever gotten to the point of where I was an alcoholic or anything like that. I understand why people drink now. I really do. Sorry. I just hit a very low point in my life in the end of 2022. Luckily I had some of my closest friends there to like pick me up and make me feel better, but like honestly all of 2023 was rough, and the only thing that kind of saved me was my close friends that were around me, but also meeting the people that I met through the club that I was working with. And I know that sounds silly, it's like, Destery, why would that really matter, you know? And the thing that I've realized recently, not by going to therapy, I probably fucking need it, is that most of my adult life I have only ever been perceived and like had opinions of me based on people online. You guys have been the only way that I know if I'm like funny, or if I know that I'm attractive, or anything like that, has only been pretty much online, because I don't have a fucking social life where I'm going out and meeting people. So when I get my online life kind of exploded in 2021, and I faced the biggest amount of betrayal from the people that used to be closest to me, and making up disgusting, heinous, awful lies about me, it's really no wonder that I turned to trying to meet people in person and trying to regain my self-confidence based on people that I meet out in the real world. Because for most of my adult life, I'd only ever been perceived as what people tell me online. And so people have a preconceived notion one way or another. They know me online, so they either meet me and say, oh, you're fucking terrible, or they say, oh my God, you're amazing, I love you, without really knowing me as a person, like there physically. And so that's why this club has meant so much to me, is because I've been able to meet people who don't know anything about me online, and I've been able to, just from being myself, have an impression on them that lasts, and I become friends with them, and I'm important to these people because of the way that I am as a person rather than what I am online. Does that make sense? And so honestly, because of that feeling, I was feeling quite high. Like, it feels new and exciting and wonderful to know that these people like me for me. This is crazy. So yeah, that place really saved me and my 2023 and like my mental health altogether. Obviously, now that it's closed, it's a little bit of a bummer, but I know that the friendships that I've made through that place are going to carry forward, and hopefully we're on to bigger and better things, and I think a lot of my time and effort will be spent on the people that I've met through that place. So now, circling back to the other thing that I brought up about my mental health and me being a hopeless romantic, it's been a very difficult year for me romantically. I have realized, like this may be TMI, I don't know, but this is kind of just me ranting internet journal style right now, but I have realized I definitely cannot do the whole one night stand thing. Can't do it. Won't get into details, but I definitely can't fucking do that. I think I'm still a little too heartbroken to really get into a long-term relationship with someone and like have them become my world again, only for me to feel so guarded because I feel like it's going to explode at some point. And I also really can't do the situationship style relationship thing where like, it's like, oh yeah, we're kind of fucking. You know, they come over every once in a while and like, we just having a great time and we're friends and whatever, but we also kind of fucking. I just really, I don't know, I can't do that as much anymore. So I don't know where that leaves me. I really fucking don't. Like, my everything has been so confused recently because I'm like, I can't do any of it, but like I miss all of it. Does that make sense? Probably not. I'm a fucking enigma inside me. I don't know. I think when it really comes down to it, I am longing and yearning for a relationship again, but I know I shouldn't be, so I'm like stopping myself from enjoying it or from trying again. And that's not anything new to me and my brain. This is also gonna sound kind of weird, but like some of my favorite things in life, like Lord of the Rings or Moulin Rouge or just anything that I've like enjoy above all the rest, fucking Studio Ghibli movies or whatever, I don't watch that often because I have some weird complex about like, oh, I don't deserve it, or I don't want to watch it unless it has more importance, or I don't even know. Like, I really don't know what the fuck is going on in my brain. I know you're not a therapist. I'm really just ranting again. Like, I just want to get this out there because I think that, you know, when I'm able to look back at my last year and maybe this update video, I'll be able to understand myself a little more. And knowing that maybe in the future I've overcome some shit. Overcame, that's the word. I've overcame some of my issues that I've had. I think that like at least talking about them to someone is healthy. So I think I just miss being in a relationship, but I don't miss being cheated on by multiple men at the same time. Yeah, I can take or leave that, I don't know. Anywho, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed me ranting and talking about all the things that I talked about. Let me know in the comments down below how you got your epidermis to look so fucking good, because I need that skin cream, girl. But also genuinely let me know how you're doing in the comments down below, since I feel like it's been so long since we've really been able to catch up. And also, if you have any advice or feedback to give me on anything that I've said, let me know down in the comments as well. Big shout out to my Patreon and Discord members who are still there for me through thick and thin all these months. Make sure to join the Discord, links down below if you want to join. Honestly, one of the loveliest communities of people that you'll ever meet. That said, guys, hopefully I will see you very, very soon. I love you all so much, more than you could ever know. Thank you so much for watching, and fair winds. Okay, give me a kiss.